Hello, good day sa inyong lahat. On our discussion for today, I wanted to go back first on our discussions on the nominal and real GNP. No? Mahalaga kasi ito in order for us to see the price changes or the inflations. No? Gagamitin natin to in our discussions on inflations and yung performance ng ating economy, no? Let's talk about first the definition of nominal GDP. No, nominal GNP means it reflects the value of goods and services produced in an economy using the current market price. So therefore, we are computing the GNP based on the market prices, market prices that is available during that year for that specific commodity, na ginagamit natin. It's influenced by both production and price level. So ang imumultiply natin dito is the production times the price, the price in order for us to get the market value, the market value. Tapos pag nakuha na natin lahat ng market value, we will be adding it up so that we'll be getting the whole the real the nominal GDP, no. Pero we need to understand, kaya nga pinag-aralan natin sa simula ay yung tinatawag nating um, intermediate goods and services tsaka final goods and services. Kasi dito in nominal GNP, hindi natin isasama sa computation yung market value ng mga intermediate goods, no? So ang kailangan lang natin ditong kolektahin ay yung market values ng lahat ng mga products, no? Lahat ng final products, no? Ano naman ang kaibahan doon sa real GNP or GDP, no? It is the GNP which is adjusted for the inflation. So ibig sabihin, makikita natin yung price differences, no? Makikita natin yung price differences. Pero kasi kadalasan nasasama yung inflation dun sa differences. So it adjusted, no? Adjust for inflation by using constant prices, no? Constant prices from the base year. So ang gagamitin nating price hindi dun sa current year, no? Ang gagamitin natin dun sa base year. No, mamaya papakita ko sa inyo kung paano natin siya gagawin. No, let's try to serve first the nominal GDP. So our formula, katulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, quantity, no? Quantity sold, no? Times the price per unit. Okay, so I want you to screenshot this specific slide so that you can follow as I try to solve. Allow me let's now go to our drawing board para makita natin yung pagso-solve. Okay, so I'll be sharing my iPad one here. Bear with me as I try to connect it. Okay, so dito katulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo, kailangan ma-identify muna natin, no? Ma-identify muna natin yung final product, no? Final product at yung mga intermediate products, no? So ang available na products na nandyan, we have coffee. Okay? We have coffee. Okay, we have tea. Okay, we have pizza. Okay, we have textbooks. And we have paper. Okay. Upon listing all of this, for example, we are in a simple economy which sold coffee, tea, pizza, textbooks, and paper. So, makikita natin dito, alin dito yung final product? Probably coffee, tea, pizza, textbooks, no? Pero yung paper, no, probably ginagamit siya sa textbooks. Paper, ginagamit siya sa paggawa ng tea. Ang tawag doon, yung balot ng tea, di ba? Probably ganun. So, we can consider paper as intermediate goods, no? So, hindi natin siya isasama sa market value, no? So, siguro, inilagay lang natin siya doon para makita natin kung ano yung idadagdag natin at ano yung ibabawas, no? Let's go to the numbers, okay? Sabi doon, 100 100 is the unit sold, no, the quantity sold, and it was sold for $2, no, for that year, no, so that will be sold for $2. Okay, then the tea was 75 was the quantity sold, and it was sold for $2 as well. So the pizza, no, the pizza was sold 50 quantity, sold for $10. Textbooks, that will be 30. Okay, and then it was sold for $200, no? Yung paper nakalagay doon 3,000 was sold, no? 3,000 was sold, but it was sold to our 0.15, no? Pero sabi ko nga sa inyo, we disregard the value of the paper since it is an intermediate good. So let's now solve. Sabi nga natin, ang ating formula, that's quantity, no? Quantity times per unit, no? Per price per unit. Okay, so 100 times 2, so that's 200. Okay, 75 times 2, that's 150. Okay, dollars. Don't forget don't forget those. Okay, so that's 50. 50 times 10, that will be 500. Okay. Tapos 30 times 20 200, so that will be 6,000. Okay? Okay. So ang gagawin lang natin, no? Gagawin lang natin, we will be adding all of those, no? We will be adding all of the market values. Now we'll be adding all of the market values in order for us to solve for the nominal GDP, no? So that will be 200. Okay, here 200 plus 150 plus 500 plus 6,000. So our answer, that will be our normal nominal GDP, that will be 6,850. Okay? So that will be our nominal GDP for this year, no? Pero parang mas maganda, no? Mas maganda kung we will be solving this, no? We will be solving the nominal GDP na mayroong comparison year, no? Merong comparison year para makita natin, no? Para makita natin yung kung paano ba natin magagamit yung GDP, no? For example, no, I want you to screenshot as well this number so that you can follow on my discussions, no? So I have here the data of 2011, 2012, and 2013. No, for example, we are living in a simple economy where they are selling pizza and latte. No, syempre, parang merienda ba, no? So, kape at pizza, no? So, in 2011, let's allow me to read you the numbers. So, for $10, no, the pizza was sold and the quantity sold was 400. Latte, $2, and it was sold for 1,000. No? So, sa 2011, medyo tumaas yung presyo. It's 11. Pero we would then realize that the quantity sold, that will be 500 as well. So, tumaas din. Ganun din sa latte, 2.50 pa, pero tumaas din yung quantity sold, 1,100. So, syempre, we see the trend, the price goes up, the quantity sold is going up as well. So, 12 to 600 for pizza, 3 to 1,200 for the latte, no? So, let's try to solve the nominal GDP using this numbers, no? Again, I want you to screenshot this so that as I go to our drawing board, makasunod tayo sa discussion. Okay, so let's solve for the GDP, no? Nominal GDP ng lahat ng mga year na to, no? So allow me to share my screen again. Allow me to share my drawing board once again. Wait 1 minute. Okay. Okay, so katulad nga ng sinabi ko sa iyo dito, ganun pa rin yung gagawin natin. Now, we will be adding up the market value of all the final product. And in this case, wala tayong intermediate product, di ba? Kasi it's pizza and latte, no? So, it's all final product. So, we will be using all of those, no? So, i-add lang natin. Sabi doon, let's solve first for 2011. Okay, we solve for 2011 first, okay? So, for pizza, okay, the price of the pizza, that will be $10, okay? And it was sold, quantity sold was 400, okay? So the plus, okay, we'll be adding the latte, okay, for $2, okay, plus or times 1,000 sold, okay? So let's try to solve it. So 10 times 400, okay? So 10 times 400, so that will be 4,000. Okay, 4,000. plus 2 times 1,000. So that will be 2,000. Okay, 2,000. So adding it up, no? So dollars, dollars. So that would the total market value, that will be $6,000. Okay, so that will be our nominal GDP for 2011. Now let's try to solve. Let's now try to solve for 2012. Okay, let's now try to solve for 2012. Okay? 2012, that will be, nakita nga natin, sabi ko nga sa inyo kanina, the price of the pizza goes up. Okay? The price of the pizza goes up. That's 11 now. $11. Pero tumaas din naman yung quantity sold. So that will be 500. No? So, plus, tumaas din yung sa latte, 2.50 times 1,100. Okay? So, 1,100. So that's 11 times 500. So that will be 11 times 500. So that will be, sorry. Okay, 11 times 500. So that will be 5,500. Okay, dollars plus 2.5, 2.5 times 1,100. Okay, so that will be 2,000 here, 250 times 1,100. So that's 2,750. Okay? So, you can try to solve as well on your own, no? Para makasunod kayo sa akin. So, 2,750 plus 5,500. So, again, 2,750 plus 5,500. So, that will be 8,000. Okay, makikita na natin yung difference agad. 8,250. Okay, 8,250. That's the nominal GDP for 2012 based on the data that was given, no? Ngayon, let's try to solve for the 2013, no? 2013, sabi ko nga sa inyo, the trend is going up. The price is going up. So, the price of pizza, that will be now $12. Pero tumaas din yung quantity sold. That will be 600. Plus $3. Okay? $3 plus quantity sold, 1,200. Okay? So, let's try to solve this. Okay? So, 12 times 600. So, that will be $7,200. Okay? Plus 3 times 1,200. So, that would be 3,600. 3,600. So, nasa 10,000 na to plus 7,200. So, that will be 10,800. Okay? 10,800. No? Now, let's try to compare. No? Let's try to compare all of those GDP. No? Isulat natin siya ulit dito. So, again, 2011, we'd have 6,000. No? 2011, that will be 6,000 as $6,000 as the GDP. Okay? Nominal GDP. 2012, that will be here, 2012 is equals to 8,250. Okay, 8,250. Tapos sa 2013, okay, that will be 10,800. No? 800. So how do we solve for the difference? No? For the price, the percentage change, how do we solve? Again, that's the percentage change of for the price. That would be the new GDP. Okay, new GDP. Okay, minus the old GDP divided by the old GDP times 100. Okay, ganun lang kadali. Ganun lang mag-solve ng percentage change. So for this one, that will be, syempre magiging base year natin dito yung 2012. Pagkukunin natin yung price difference ng 2011 and 2012. So the new GDP, that's 8,250 minus 6,000 divided by 6,000 times 100. So allow me to solve this one for you. Okay, that will be 8,250 minus 6,000. So that will be 2,250 divided by 6,000. Okay, that will be 0.375 times 100. So again, remember, it must be 2 decimal places. So it is 37.5. Okay, so equals to 37.5. So ibig sabihin, percent. The price difference between 2011 to 2012 is 37.5%. Napakataas. No, now, let's try to compare, no? Let's try to compare 2012 to 2013. So, ang magiging base year na natin dito ay 2013, no? Kasi siya yung older. So, 2012, sorry. Okay, so that will be 10,800 minus 8,250 divided by 8,250 times 100. Okay, let's try to solve this one. So 10,800 minus 8,250. Okay, is equals to 2,550 divided by 8,250. So that will be 309091. Okay, so times na natin, diretso na natin, times 100. Okay, so ang lalabas ay 30.90 ganun. So we will get two decimal places. So that will be 30.91. No, napakalaki, no? Napakalaki nung makikita natin nung price difference. No, bakit siya malaki? Kasi nga, sabi ko sa inyo, kasama yung inflation diyan, no? Kasama yung inflation. So we don't adjust for the inflation. So anong gagawin natin? No, anong gagawin natin dun sa for us to for us to solve, no? Ay yan yung nominal, no? Yan yung nominal. Let's now try to solve, no? Let's try now to solve the real GDP. No, let's now try to solve the real GDP. The real GDP is solved through quantity of the current year. No, quantity of the current year. So kung ano yung nabenta ngayong current year times the price of the base year. No, ano yung base year natin? So, for dito, no, ang current year natin is 2022 and our base price will be the base year natin is 2012. So, we disregard the price of the base year and we disregard we disregard the quantity of the base year and disregard the price of the current year, no? So, ganun yung mangyayari. Sige, para di tayo malito, pakita natin. So, we disregard this, no? We will not be using this, no? We will not be using this. Ang gagamitin natin is the price and quantity para makuha natin yung real GDP. No, let's try to solve it. Again, I want you to screenshot this so that you can follow on my discussions, no, as I go to our drawing board once again, no. So now, katulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo, we are now solving for the real GDP, no. So mas makikita na natin yung price difference, no. We'll be using the price difference kasi nga makikita na natin yung price difference kasi hindi na we will be focusing on the base here, no. So nandun pa rin tayo, no. Gagamitin pa rin natin si coffee. Okay, coffee, tea, okay, pizza, okay, and textbook. Okay? Hindi ko na nilagay dito yung paper kasi nga hindi naman natin siya isasama dun sa ating calculation. Again, our formula, that's quantity of the current year times price of the base year. Okay? So, yan yung tatandaan natin. So, kung na-screenshot nyo yung kanina, makikita natin the price or the quantity sold for the current year for coffee, that will be 100. No? And it was sold in 1.50 dollars. No? The quantity sold for tea, that's 75 times 1.50 as well. Okay, 1.50. Tapos yung pizza, that's 30 times times $9. Okay? $9. At yung textbook, that will be 30. Okay? 30. Sorry, pizza, that was 50. Sorry, 50 was 50. Pizza was 50. Textbooks is 30. Okay? 30 times 130. Okay? So, again, para makuha natin to, pag kukunin muna natin lahat ng market value, then we will add it together. Okay? So, let's solve it one by one. So, that's 1.50 times 100. So, that will be 150. Okay? 150 That's 75 times 1.50. So that's $112.5. Okay. 50 times 9, it's $450. Okay. 30 times 30, it's 900. Okay. So in order for us to get the nominal GDP for this one, that will be 150 plus 112.5 plus 450 plus 900. So that will be 1,000. Okay. 1,612.50. Okay? So that will be our real GDP. No, ganun lang siya kadali. Okay? That's the real GDP. No? So, syempre, tingnan natin. Syempre, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, mas maganda siya, no? Mas maganda siyang gamitin, mas maganda siyang gamitin if we'll be using it with comparison, no? We'll be using it with comparison with other years, no? Para makita natin yung percentage. So, makikita natin we'll be using the same data, no, from the previous slides, no? Pizza and latte. Titingnan natin kanina ang tataas nung price changes, no? Ngayon makikita na natin yung real. Okay? Makikita natin yung real ang tawag dito, yung real GDP prices, no? So, let's see. Let's use 2011 as our base year, no? Laging gano'n, gamitin natin yung 2011 as base year. Okay? So, for example, we'll be getting the 2012, no? Let's use the 2012. Okay. Mint. Okay, let's see. Okay, so for this one, no, for this one, we'll be using 2011 as our base year. Tapos we will try to solve for the real GDP of the 2012 and 2013. Okay, so allow me again to go to my drawing board so that we can solve. Again, I want you to screenshot those details para makafollow kayo sa gagawin kong discussion. Okay. So allow me to connect first. Again, we'll be getting the real GDP of 2012 and 2013 using 2011 as our base year. Okay? So let's go to 2011. Babalikan natin yung kanina, no? Yung 2011 natin, ito yung calculation natin, no? Calculation natin, the GDP for that one will be using the 6,000, no? The 6,000 is the GDP para lang meron tayong idea, no? Pero ang gagamitin nating price, again, as I told you, we will be using the current year as the quantity and the price of the base year. So, ang gagamitin nating price lagi ay $10 for the pizza and $2 for the latte. Okay? So, yan yung gagamitin natin. Let's now solve for the real GDP of 20, let's now use the 20, let's now solve for the 2012 GDP, no? Real GDP. So, that will be quantity sold for that one, that will be 500, no? 500 units. So, gagamitin natin yung base year price. So, that will be $10. Okay? Plus, no? That will be $2. Okay? $2 times, ilan na? 1,100. Okay? Okay, so sorry, baliktad lang siya, no? Pero anyway, no? So 500, no, times 10. Okay? Okay, 500 times 10 is equals to 5,000. Okay, plus 2,000. Okay? Sorry. Okay, wait. Sorry, that's 1,100, no? So 2 times 1,100. So that will be 2,200. Okay? 2,200. Okay, so plus. So that will be plus 5,000. Okay, so that will be 7,250. So that will be the real GDP of 2012. Now let's go for 2013. Okay, let's go for 2013. So 2013, the quantity is 600. Okay, the quantity is 600 for the pizza. Okay? Ito times ulit natin sa $10. Okay? Sa ano naman, sa latte, that will be 1,200. 1,200. Now, we will be multiplying by $2. Okay? So allow me to solve it again. Okay, so that would be 600. It's 10. So that would be 6,000 plus 12,000, 1,200 times 2, that's 2,000. Okay, so add both, so that's 8,000. Okay, 8,400. Okay, so let's write it down. 2011, that would be 6,000 GDP. 6,000 GDP. 2012, that will be 7,250. 7,250. Tapos, 2013, that will be 8,400. No? Makikita natin, no? Babalikan ko yung solution natin kanina. Kanina napakalaki ng difference. Halos nasa 30% yung difference. Pero now, makikita natin hindi na siya ganun kalaki, no? Kasi nga it is adjusted through inflations, no? Let's see. So again, let's compare 2011 to 2012. Again, the new GDP, that's 7,250 minus 6,000 divided by 6,000. Okay, divided by 6,000. Okay, so equals to times 100. So let's solve this. 7,250 minus 6,000. Okay, okay, divided by 6,000. That will be 20.833333 times 100. So that will be only 20. Galing, no? 20.83%. Mataas pa rin, pero hindi na siya ganun kataas. Katulad nung kanina na nasa 30% yung difference. Now, let's try to compare 2012 and 2013. No? 2012 and 2013. Let's compare it. So that will be, allow me to write it again, 8,400 minus 7,250 divided by 7,250 times 100. No? So, para makuha natin yung percentage change. That's 8,400 minus 7,250. Okay? Divided by 7,250. Okay? That's 0.15862 times 100. So, we'll be getting 15.86. No? It's equals to 15.86%. No? Para makita din natin yung para makita natin, 'di ba, hindi siya ganoon kalaki, no? Malaki siya pero hindi siya kasing laki. Katulad nung kanina na umabot ng 30, no? 30%, no? Sige, para for the basis lang, let's compare the GDP of 2011 to 2013, no? So 8,400 minus 6,000 divided by 6,000. Okay, so that's 8,400 minus 6,000. Okay, divided by 600. Oh, sorry, 6,000. Okay, times 100. So that will be 40%. No? 40% yung difference niya. So, ganun. That's how we use it. No? So now we can interpret. No, we can interpret. Yes, there will be changes. No, tumaas yung presyo ng 20.83% from 2012 to 2011 and 15.86% from 2013 to 2012. And we know that from 2013 to 2011, the price change of 14%. No? So that's how we see, no, how the economy works in terms of the GDP. Okay? So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to give me or message me or ping me in FB so that I'll be able to answer. Tomorrow or on the next video, we'll be checking inflation. We'll be checking price differences through the use of GDP deflator. Okay? So thank you and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.